Do you think marriage is still purposeful and important in today's society?
I believe that in 2015, marriage is still relevant and still meaningful because it serves as the foundation for the family. And I think it's a good way for a man and woman to be together and to love each other and set an example for their family.
I do think that marriage still has a purpose in our society. Relationships, whether short or long, are always fruitful and you gain something and learn something from them. With marriages, they're usually like for your entire life and you're admitting to yourself that you want to be committed to one person. And I think that's something that I would aspire to personally. And I do think that they still have a place in our society, even though it doesn't seem like it. Having relationships in general is still something that's really important.
So I believe today that marriage is really good because it shows that, you know, you can kind of lock yourself down to one person, start a family of your own, and two people can be happy together for a long time.
Hi, I think that marriage is important and purposeful if you find the right person. If you're in it for the long haul, through ups and downs, good and bad, thick and thin, I feel that it could be very, very helpful and useful because you have a mate, you have a soulmate. They're supposed to be there with you for everything, ins and outs, ups and downs. So therefore, I feel it is very important.
Yes, I think it is. I think it shows family-oriented, teaches the kid, you know, both parents there, right from wrong. I think it's very good for a kid, having both parents.
Because if you don't get married, there won't be like your children to keep living on and having kids. And so then you'll just die and the world will have less people.
I definitely do think that there is an importance to marriage in modern day society, especially in terms of religion. I think in terms of religion, there will always be a purpose to marriage because it'll always, like the marriage is the like connection between two people. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man and a woman. But I think in terms of religion, yes, and in terms of legality even, yeah, because like you get a lot of benefits being married, being like in a relationship with this person forever. But I think socially it has definitely lost importance because people don't see like the purpose of it. They don't see like how it's going to benefit them. If they're going to be with that person forever, then that's their decision and they don't have to have like a paper telling them that. So I think it's, in my opinion, it really just shows how much of a problem this generation has with commitment. And I feel like the lack of marriage definitely shows that like our generation just doesn't like to settle down and they don't like to make decisions like that because they're afraid that they won't like it in the long run and they'll regret making that decision in the future.
Okay, yes, because I think family values are really important to pass on to the next generation, and if we keep marriage alive today, then we can just continue it and pass it on. And I think it's really cool that you can spend the rest of your life with someone that you really love.
I do not think that marriage is purposeful in today's society because nowadays people, all they want is like a title and be like, oh, that's my husband, but there's really no basis and support behind that, and you just say a bunch of words but it doesn't mean anything, and people have forgotten what you actually are committing to, and as soon as times get hard they just want to be like, oh, I'm leaving you. So I don't think it's as important to today's society as it was before.
I think marriage is very, very important. Do I think it's a necessity or do I think it's mandatory? Certainly not. But I think it's very important. I think finding someone that you can have a union with, a partnership with, I think is critical for a lot of people. I think it aids in their success in life. I think for most people, and you would hope for everyone, but not always the case, that it makes both people in the marriage a better person. I think it also, when I mention aiding in success, I think, you know, goal setting and having a plan, and then, you know, eventually if the couple wants to have a family to carry on the values and to carry on the goals and the different avenues for success that they've used to pass that on to children, I think is important. So I think it's very important.
Alright, so yeah, I do think that marriage is super important. I'm actually really excited to get married, but I think that it's lost a lot of meaning to what it used to be. So I think, yeah, that's what I think.
I think that marriage does have an importance in today's society, but I also think it doesn't. I think it all depends on the person, and I think it all depends on your beliefs. As a teen and part of this generation, it doesn't seem that commitment, relationship-wise, is anything that someone wants to think about while they're young. You have guys floating around wanting to have all the girls. You have girls wanting all the guys to like them. So I think that as you get older, it gains importance to who you are. But I think now, at the age we are, it's not really important.
I think that marriage is important. I feel because of my religion that God brings two people together and it bounds that relationship. And so men and women begin to build their families, and I think that's part of our society is building the families together and bonding in the relationship.
It depends on whether you feel like you're lonely, or it depends if you feel like your life is complete and you don't really need anything anymore. But I think it's important because everybody should be happy at one point, or they should find somebody who's just like them that they can marry and have the rest of their life with.
You ready? Well, yeah, I think marriage is meaningful and purposeful in our society today. Two people love each other. They want to build together, build a special experience together, build a life together. I think it's okay. It's good. I've been married for 17 years, so it's been working for me. I mean, you have your ups, you have your downs, but I have a teammate, I have a partner, so it's all good.
In today's society is advanced in a lot of matters, and I think it's a very subjective matter based on your values, on what makes you happy in life. But I don't think it's essential, but if you know how to find happiness, it can definitely make your life better.
The question that's been asked, is marriage still purposeful? The answer is simple. Absolutely it is. Marriage is a God-ordained lifelong relationship between a man and a woman. We live in a society where so many people try things on for size, and if it doesn't work, they easily get out of it. But when two people are truly committed to each other and the relationship, then it provides a solid foundation, not only for the house and the home that they build, but also for the community of which they are a part. There's nothing better than knowing that the most important and precious relationship in life is based on commitment.